Difficult times for Britain's bees. Last year, the northwest had the wettest summer for 100 years, having a devastating impact upon the bee population. Beekeepers in Preston are experiencing huge losses to their colonies.
So there's been something like 50% losses this winter, which is much higher than we'd normally expect.
In an effort to protect bees, the EU has now banned a type of pesticide called neonicotinoids.
They can do things like disrupt their ability to navigate, so it may mean that when they're out foraging they get lost and they don't come back to the hive. My feeling is that I think we should be sure that the neonicotinoids aren't going to be a nuisance or damage the bees in any way, and I would sooner wait until we had the science to prove that they weren't damaging, rather than saying, oh well, we think it looks as though it'll be all right, and then 10 years down the line find that actually it wasn't, and all the bees have gone, because they are vital.
Research into the harm of these neonics isn't conclusive, yet the ban could have severe consequences on Britain's agricultural industry. A major concern is that other, possibly more harmful pesticides will have to be used instead of these neonics. Bees are actually part of the local ecosystem. They play a really important role in the pollination of our plants, flowers, trees, fruit in the local area. This is why it's difficult to find the balance between protecting the bee population and, on the other hand, protecting food production to make sure that the food industry isn't affected by these changes to pesticides. Martin Corns is a farmer from West Lancashire who was forced to consider alternatives to the neonicotinoid treatment.
It's whether what we're going to have to use instead works as well as what we've been using up to now. It was okay banning it, but they've not left us with anything else. That's the problem at the moment. That'll be the main thing. We're going back to using pesticides that were nearly banned 5-10 years ago.
Finding the right balance between the environment and food production will remain a challenging task. Phil Harvey, Northwest News.